So this reading is going to be about synchronistic manipulations, okay? Basically, it's about timing manipulation and people trying to manipulate timing, which is basically trying to manipulate karma, trying to manipulate Saturnus energy, okay? And trying to basically energy vampirism and such like that. Okay, this is to clear out the energy and to bring in more clarity as to what has been occurring when it comes to either readers or intuitives, psychics, or any of those types of abilities. So we already know that human beings have the ability within their crown chakras to elevate potential whatnots, right? This is crown chakra abilities. So these are also clarity on why these attacks are not working, and also how these attacks are in performance, so that to bring clarity, basically bringing it to purity, okay? Basically. All right. So this morning, like as usual, just minding my business and stuff like that. It's been, my crown has been tingling quite a bit. So basically I've been getting downloads, information. I've been getting signs, synchronicities and such like that. As usual, I honestly do get that all the time. I'm always in communication with God. I'm learning to be more, subtle as well with my communication. But basically this is, Holy Spirit, Heavenly Father, speak through me now. What is it that, yeah. So Knight of Cups energy. All right. This is basically like secrecy, romance, stuff like that. Right. So Knight of Cups energy here is, see, that's like an example. Okay. So right there is an example of one of those synchronistic attacks, right? So in this synchronicity or in the synchronistic attack, it's because they're attempting to take upon the wisdom of others, or trying to take upon the synchronicities of others, trying to take upon the intuitive psychic abilities of others, because that other people, right, within Soul Tribe, within just the environment, stuff like that, we usually get the same types of information. So it's like it's super overbearing. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really overbearing, and it's also pushing that overbearing energy upon others so that others are like them. It's kind of like someone that's trying to be a leader, but is forcing others to be led by them. By force, like by manipulation, not by alchemical force, right? Heka energy, not by that, but by force, okay? So see, this is basically what it is over here. It's really snaky. They be saying like really snaky shit, right? They come in between people having communication, or just like, okay, I'm just going to expose it the way it is, right? So the karmic, every time I would be having a conversation with someone, or every time people would be having a conversation with me, or there's a group or something like that, they would try to come in and try to blend in, right? That's the whole MO, is that they're coming in to blend in, right? The whole thing is that they can't blend into an environment that doesn't, pertain to them. It's not something that they are meant to be involved in. And so they, feel outcasted due to that, but it's their own outcasting energy that is coming in. No, to actually see, you see, immediately, no. The answer is no. They're outcasted already because they can't find themselves in any position to be in the position that they feel they shouldn't be outcasted in. It's kind of like that same energy of like them wanting to be accomplices. You see, them wanting to be accomplices to whatever it is that they feel is a crime. But then they're projecting that criminal behavior upon others as to make it seem as if like that's happening to them. It's victimization through their own ostracized criminal behavioral input, right? They're not required. See, they're not required to be entering whatever zone it is that they're attempting to conduct themselves in as a leader, but they're really projecting that they are that, and it's not working, because as you can see, it's not working, right? It's really to put people in a state of apathy. So rebuke apathy, right? That's that I don't care mentality. And sure, there are things that we don't sorrow about, but we still alchemize through our grief. So it's still something that's natural within us. Like, it's absolutely okay to grieve sometimes, but it's like they're simulating a false, or they're unsimulated within the false reality that they're conducting within themselves. So it's like whatever it is that they feel that they shouldn't be grieving about, they feel everybody else is grieving about that, and then they're projecting that grief belongs with them. And it's like, but they're not grieving about it, so they're really trying to like, it's really irritating. It's really annoying. I'm telling you, it's really annoying. It's a lesson that I learned so many times in this lifetime alone. Like, it's been coming in so many times. No, it's not something I accept. But the stubbornness is that kind of so we already know that basically there's energies that like it's like when a rapist can't rape a person, they call that person stubborn. And the truth is that that person is being stubborn, very justifyingly, right? But that rapist is assuming dominance, whereas dominance, right, the dominion themselves, right, are like saying no, that's not what they're supposed to be doing. That's basically what it is. Dominion itself does not procure rape as a true conduct of behavioral altruism, but they feel as if they're in their assuming they really do, like, yeah, there's judgment on that right now. Like I'm saying, like, it's like whatever conduct it is that they feel is pertaining to their own alignment is not in alignment of themselves, nor is it in alignment of others. So it's really out of place. Like I'm telling you, it's completely out of place. And the King of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles is here, talking about like fluidity, flexibility, and veneration as well, right? Flexibility. This is also with stability. Okay, you'd be surprised how the King of Cups energy, especially upright, is very, very much stable and flexible, right? It's also that energy that we've been seeing, where it's like there's the side of what it is, that the lesson that we learned in Atlantis, right? This would be also like kind of thought energy. People don't even realize that, right? It's the technological advancement of our basically what it is, just technological advancement. Like I said, whatever it is that they're assuming protocol in is not the same protocol that is in our reality that we hold into our account as true, right? So maybe they're saying like where they are trying to ruin the credit, right? Where they're trying to ruin, let's say like my credit and stuff like that. They don't understand that it's even them doing that is also a part of what it is that we're accounting for. It's kind of like if you're doing trading, right, then you can also account for the losses the same way you can account for the gains. They're assuming that they're going to be gaining off of those losses, but that's not how that manifestation works. It's not. That's the same thing as like, it's completely uneducated what they do. So it's very obvious that they're assuming that they can manipulate the economic systems and the economic fruitfulness of our beingness within what it is that we do, right? It's very low, and that's why it's also not working. That's why if you're feeling, and collective, if you're feeling as if these energies are like really getting to you, it's also that you may just increase your high vibrational frequency when it comes to your crown chakra, because these people, they don't have crowns. You have to remember that these individuals do not have crowns. If they do not have crowns. It's not even a question if they do or do not. They don't have crowns. They don't really utilize their voices, and this is where it goes into psychic energy as well. Their third eye and their throat chakra are not activated. They're functioning off of deactivated energy, very much matrix type of mentality, but only based off of the movie. You know what I mean? So they don't even understand the capacity of the matrix, right? Because there's a divine matrix. We function through that divine matrix as well. That's within the cosmic flower, universal love, basically intuitive abilities, discernment. These are all very real fabrics within our reality. These individuals do not understand that they're hanging onto a string when it comes to their root chakra. That's basically the only thing that's keeping them in this reality, is their root chakra. It's Jesus Christ. And we're not going to be going against Jesus Christ. If they're still here, if they're still alive, if they're still doing what they're doing, Jesus Christ must be utilizing them for whatever it is that, you know what I mean, that he's doing right now, especially with this King of Cups energy coming forth, right? Like I said, it's that fluidity and that manipulation, okay? So do not let it get to you at the fuck all. Keep reading, keep doing what you're doing, right? But this is what I mean. Keep advancing within your evolution, all right? Just keep advancing when it comes to your evolution. Because really what this is about is persevering past that Atlantis energy or post-Atlantis energy. There's signs of things that are going to be occurring in the future when it comes to our technology and also technological advancement, right? This is due to the fact that we know that there's going to be changes in our earth, right? Especially when it comes to water. And this is where the Wheel of Fortune is really occurring. So it's coming out like this, right? It's coming out like sideways, meaning that this is something that's occurring within the entirety of the collective when it comes to our living lifestyles here on Earth. Okay. So when it comes to these distractions as well, it's like what they're doing, because when those readers are reading, right, I'm able to bring things together, put the dots where the dots are supposed to be, right, and allow people to like really follow the patterns, like will-o-wisp energy, like follow the patterns. It helps also with the excitement. So if you're feeling as if the excitement is like running low, it's due to that energy vampirism, okay? And when the energy vampirism energy is due to the fact that these people are drained. They're feeling drained, they're feeling unrested, and that's also what's coming out in the readings, is that they're drained and unrested, right? So due to their drainage and unrest, they're also causing other people to feel that way in that environment, right? If, like, for example, when I'm saying, like, whenever I speak my issues and I speak my problems, right, I know that there are going to be people who also feel what I feel about the situation, even if it's just an inkling of it. But the way that I make up for that is by increasing my vibrational frequency and then providing more. So there's more output than there is input when it comes to communication. Right? There's more output. I'm very fruitful. I'm generous when it comes to that energy. So like I'm providing a lot more than what it is that I know, like the more than what it is that I know may be causing them to feel the more like disruptive sides of what I'm doing and who I am, right? So it's like, when it comes to existence as well, there's always going to be an in and an out, right? So there are these individuals, right, that talk about false stories. They talk about like that victimhood energy, but it's so that they feel as if that they're going to be paid attention to. It's very, very childish. I'm gonna let you know right now, it's very childish. You can tell that maybe they weren't taken care of as a kid and stuff like that, which is a very like obvious that a lot of us who are in part of the collective, we've been through these tragic and down-putting energies, but we've overcome this, right? And this is something that I was also praised for, which I give all the praise to God for. It's like overcoming these kinds of vices to where it seems as if overcoming the vices to where it seems as if like overcoming the vices to where it seems as if I must put other people in the same position. But the thing is that I can't do that. I can't put other people in the same position I was put in, because it's not going to be like a very valuable lesson. And that's how the cycle is also completing, because it's like they come in to persuade. That's what it is. They come in to persuade individuals to fabricate a reality for them that they feel that they can stay in. Kind of like, you can tell this is why they do it. Here, I'm going to explain why they do it. They do that because oftentimes they like to make of themselves an image, right? They like to make of themselves an image that that they're somewhat of high value, and they do so by, and this is it's a principality. It's not really why, it's a principality. I'm letting you know, I'm shining light on the principality, right? They do this by, so the karmic, right, they would get animals, right? They would constantly get animals and act like they were so righteous by taking care of those animals, right? Taking care, quote unquote. Really, it's to absorb the empathetic energy that those animals provide, right? Because the animals, they provide a lot of empathy, they provide a lot of energy, a lot of wisdom, right? But those karmics, they basically trap those animals in those cages, and then they try to absorb it, kind of like Dementors, right? Like kind of like Dementors. But then they go around and putting people in that same position to where they want to feel as if they're taken care of, and they want to feel like the same way that they feel others view them when they treat those animals that way, right? So being pet and being like put in like that high stature, you know what I mean? But it's all just fabricated. It's all an illusion, and that's why the Eight of Pentacles is coming through, right? Because this is about fluidity and alchemy. This is about flexibility, right? This is about vulnerability. These are things that they are persuading themselves by, right? Because true persuasion occurs with passion and not desire. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, the only one who can convince me of anything is Jesus Christ. I can't be bothered to be convinced by anyone else to do anything or anything like or believe any. I could not be bothered at all, right? That's why it's passion, true passion. So what it is that they're formulating, right? They're attempting to manifest. You see how I'm doing? They're trying to manifest formulations as to make it seem as if they have been persuading people. The karmic also likes to present themselves in a position where they think that they're high stature, right? So acting on, it's that psycho energy. It's American Psycho. That's what it is. American Psycho energy. I have not watched that show, like that movie, but now I kind of want to watch it. But basically it's that energy of like showing people like, oh, look at this new ring, look at this new house, look at this new they're in that stage right now, right? Rebuke gluttony. That's why I said it, because that's they're in that stage. Well, I didn't say it because of them. I just was rebuking it because I figured out that that's what it was that was bothering me for quite a bit. Which I feel so much better now. I actually feel more myself. Like, I'm not gonna cap, but that's what it is. They're like assuming that whatever it is that they're presenting is persuasive, right? But when the reality and their ego shatters, right? When the reality and their ego shatters to where they start to like recognize that whatever it is that they thought was happening isn't really happening, and whatever they thought that they were persuading isn't being persuaded by it. It's kind of like one of those people on the street providing like flyers, right? And then someone's like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, I'll do the thing, right? Like, I'll sign up, I'll do this, right? And they don't. And then the person like being in the karmic on passing flyers, right? In that example is like is realizing that their position means nothing and their life means nothing, or what they assume is their life means nothing, because their real life within them was something that they had actually ignored. So it's like, it's kind of like that energy. So when it comes to spell work and stuff like that, be very aware about putting out vague analogies like that when it comes to what it is that they're doing, right? People like to say, especially here, there's a superstition, right? This is what I call superstition, because they say the devil's in the details. I don't believe that shit. Fuck that. Ain't no motherfucking devil in no motherfucking details. That's why art is or at least fine art is the illusion of detail. Like, and as an artist, right? So I would obviously understand like the values and the depth of these things, right? Even like animation, like people don't understand like the importance of art and art culture, right? Due to the fact that it's very now that, right? Being a form of persuasiveness, right? This is where it comes into the energy of influence, right? We say that the planets influence our characters, right? But the reality of the situation is that the planets are a part of our solar body, okay? Because we're all in alignment with God. Well, truly we are, but that's what I mean. Right. So being as someone of high vibrational frequency, right? You can see it in my name, right? Someone who's connected that deeply, it becomes a reality to where it's like all that is all one as within, so without. It's a beautiful reality, y'all. It's beautiful. I can't explain the experiences that I've gone through. All I can do is write about it, talk to people about it. I can paint pictures about it. I can write books about it, testimonies about it. And I'm actually pretty excited to do that right now. Like I said, I'm feeling more myself, and there's a lot more happening now. I'm feeling a lot more fruitful as well. So it's allowing me ground my reality appropriately and plant more trees. I'm so excited. I love planting trees. I don't know, it's metaphorically, well, no, kind of metaphysically plant trees and such. But that's why it's talking about flexibility right here and such like that, right? Now it's getting into the solar plexus energy. So these people, they feel as if, or those karmics specifically feel as if it is their sole duty, soul as an SOLE, their sole duty to bind themselves to other people's soul consciousness in order for them to assume order. You see, within disorder, right? To disorganize, to disorderly conduct of persuasion, right? That's why I mentioned the planetary bodies, because the planetary bodies all have their own individual qualities, like they're parts of our body, kind of like members of our jury, right? As a galactic being, all the planets, even outside of this solar system, are important to me, right? They're also important for me to manifest through, due to who I am and what I am as an individual. And then mentioning what I am is beautiful, because like I was really having a hard time this week, and I really don't feel it anymore. And it's because God really knows how to put me on a time out, and God knows how to put me like back in. And it's so beautiful. And that's what I mean, is that energy of like, I can definitely tell when energies are in time and out of time. As a time traveler myself, I'm able to also understand what it means to be in between time and like over time, inner time. Like there's a lot to do with time, and time conduct is also within Saturn, and Saturn is orderly, is what allows us to manifest material, right? This is where strength and foundational conduct occurs with Saturn energy. And so so there are some individuals who are outside of alignment of what their true formula is when it comes to their own conduct, right? This is where charting and understanding yourself is important, because then you're able to understand what planets, what aspects of the planets, and what energy surrounding the individual are, you know what I mean? Supplying those kinds of what'd you call it? Little like what are they called again? Like initiatives, right? They're supplying initiatives, but they're also taking initiatives as well. That's also something, like I said, there's an ebb and flow. It's a give and take. It's a relationship, right? So when it comes into taxes and interest, that's also another one. Like I said, like as a galactic being, especially when it comes to this galaxy, right? I still haven't figured out whether or not I'm from this galaxy, or if I'm like mixed as well from plenty galaxies. Because now that I think about it, I feel like there's a lot more to my story that I haven't figured out yet, that I'm just coming to like recognize within myself. Oh my gosh. Wow. So there was an energy of being more self-centered, but that's due to the solar energy. Like I said, that solar connection. When those eyes, when those people are constantly looking into the soul, like to it's really, it doesn't work the same way, right? 3D metaphors do not work as actual metaphysical anecdotes, due to the fact that we've already been separated from that energy. So when it comes to the permissibility, these energies feel like their ego, right? It's truly what it is. They feel as if their ego allows them to take permission from anything and anyone. It's also it's a dark desire to feel innately privileged. It's very sad. There was actually a reel, or no, a short on YouTube that I watched, where it was about it's really funny. It's about this guy who was talking about, like, he feels rich even if he doesn't make money. He feels rich, and everybody should feel rich even if they don't make money, right? And it's like a whole thing. And I was like, yeah, but that's how riches kind of work. It's not about money, but the whole analogy of their like identity came through in that, where it's like no matter what they dress, like the lady was like, sir, your credit card is declined. Like or the guy was like, your credit card is declined. It's constantly declined. The guy was like, but no, I'm rich. How could it decline? I'm rich. Like, that's all they're saying. So that's kind of that energy. And that's why I also said, like, when it comes to these people, I don't fuck with being spoiled. Like, I don't fuck with that, right? That gives me huge red flags, right? Being spoiled, right? Because the reality is that just because somebody is expensive and has a luxurious mindset and is living in a high vibrational frequency and is rich doesn't mean they're spoiled. And just because someone is poor and homeless and undesirable and completely like ratchet out there doesn't mean that they're not spoiled. It's the reality of the situation. Some people really are in that energy. So there's some homeless people who are like crackheads, and then they're going around asking like really pretty people, like really beautiful women, for head. That's what I mean. Like, that's different, right? That's spoiled. It doesn't mean that they've ever had head from a pretty person. That doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that they ever had those memories to where, like, oh, they deserve that. No, it doesn't mean that at all. It's just that it's not just, it's the fact of the matter that that's really what they seem like. That's really what they look like. That's how rotten they are. That's why it seems like that way. And that's why we like to separate ourselves. It's a shedding. And they so happen to be what we shed. And that's exactly why they keep coming up to us in the collective. That's exactly why seeing those individuals who are assuming that they can take permission from other people and attempting to hack onto people's stuff and all that stuff, right? They're coming up because that's what we've let go. That's the after effect of the cleansing work that has been done already. So it's kind of like cleaning out the rug. Yeah, you see, it's like cleaning out the rug, or like removing a rug, right? Oh my goodness, the analogy is crazy. I want to use a different one. I want to use a different analogy. It's right there. But that's basically what it is, right? I'm gonna utilize a different analogy. Hair. It's like doing laundry, right? It's like doing laundry, and then like the washing machine, right? It's done washing the clothes, right? But when you're taking out the clothes, there's still water, right, dripping from it, because it wouldn't be completely dry because it just came out the washing machine. That's why we have the dryer, right? Or like hang a clothing rack or whatever, right? Or a clothing pin, right? So basically, it's like that energy where it's like where all that gunk from experiencing the reality with them is the dirty clothes, like is the dirty laundry. When we put that laundry to wash, right? And we remove now the clean laundry, they are basically that water, the excess, the water, the stuff that clings onto it, like they are that excess. And then when we put it in the dryer and then the UV cleanser and then all that stuff, right? Can you tell? Can you tell? I just have to live a luxurious life, or else, like, I have to have my UV cleanser. I have to have my UV cleanser. I can't live life like this in this ratchet ass place without a UV cleanser. What the fuck? Yeah, basically, that's what I mean. So, what'd you call it? But that's exactly what I mean. It's like there's an obvious purpose to what it is that I utilize. Clearly, also, I acknowledge the value of it. I require it. It's a must have. It doesn't make me spoiled to actually require it. Would I absolutely scream bloody murder if I ever had a UV cleanser and somebody stole it? Yeah. Like, I feel like that's very much what I would do. Excuse me. Like, that's basically what I mean, right? These are personality archetypes and things that we are very much allowed to experience and also allowed to express due to our privilege. This is what it means to be privileged as well. Whereas those individuals, they don't understand the value of their stuff. Like, do you know how upsetting it is that I was angry at these cards? I was so upset at these cards because I was like, why are you like, I was almost giving it character. I was like, why is it trying to give me these types of false ass readings? I was like, you need a break. And I had to like put my cards aside and shit like that. But that's what I mean. It's like the way that we interact with things comes with value, comes with purity, right? So once we put the clothing inside the dryer and the UV cleanser, that's what it cleanses out. It cleanses out all those excessive energies, right? Next thing you know, we're clean again and we're pure again, and we can walk into heaven again, and we're all shiny and bathed in the white light and like purified. And I think that's so beautiful and gorgeous, and God is really good always. And that's really what I mean by that. Not me seeing fairies. I see fairies. But yeah, see, King of Pentacles in reverse, there he is. But that's basically what it is with that. You see, with that tower, you see, every time I come around, oh my God, the meme. You see, every time I come around, you want to do this. Wait, no. Every time I'm not around, you want to do this. But then when I leave, you want to wait. No, wait, hold up. Every time what is it? Every time I come around, you want to keep doing this. But when I leave, you want to keep doing this. Basically, that's the energy. That's basically what it is. It's like they're putting themselves in that scenario to where they want to be seen for what it is. It's very psychotic. If you've ever heard of the case, have you ever seen the what'd you call it? What's his face? The movie Don't Fuck with Cats. Basically, that same situation where it's like someone committing crimes and then wanting to most definitely be seen for their crimes, but then they're playing, but they're acting on this cat and mouse game type energy, quite literally performing a scenario of tragedy and travesty and drama and politics because that's what they do. That's what they do. And that's to trigger the law. Really, it's to trigger law. But it's like, that's why law was coming up and stuff like that. But that's basically the explanation of it. It's like, if it's fucked up. I kept on seeing people talk about the cruel world, a cruel world, a cruel world. And I came to like realize that that's what the world is. Cruelty. That's what it is. The world is cruelty. And cruelty is not pure. It's not true. And it's about to be cleansed out. And that cruelty is what it is that they were accommodating, because they felt, you know what, that's why there's another song. And if you've ever watched the new seasons of, or at least, the newer seasons of Ghost in the Shell, the song goes like, money makes the world go round. Money makes the world get down, get down. Yeah, Monopoly, my brain must be going out wild. Yeah, I love that song, man. The intro song. Oh, man, I love that intro. I love that song. I love that anime. It's one of my favorite anime, okay? I love that anime. I love the people who draw it. Kuvshina shout out to Kuvshina. I love Kuvshina. So basically is that energy. where it's like, money makes the world go round. Money makes the world get down, get down. Yeah, monopoly, my brain must be going out right. This one, ridiculous. And of course, it's like a mix of jazz and like futuristic, cyberpunk. It's time to get down with me. Or you could get high with me. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I hit that. I hit that. Anyway, but that's basically what I mean, right? Whether it's high up or down low, they're mimicking the artistry of the world. It's cruelty that they are performing of. So they are basically manifesting through false arts of the cruelty, right? Which is what they feel that they have been abused by, without regard of the lesson that God has put us here for. You know, that's basically what it is. Everything that the world shows us is everything that we're not. Everything that the world does is everything that we don't do. These people that are part of the world, in love with the world, are most definitely not one with God. And we already knew that. There's your freedom. So, yeah. That's basically it. Star. You see? You see? And this is what it is. So don't let these energies make you be feeling all that whatever. Don't be worrying about that. That's just that's not just. That's not a Cups energy. That's childish. It's kiddie shit. It's unlearned shit. Shit that doesn't even matter no more. It's everything that we look to heal in our children. That's what the lesson of King of Pentacles is. So don't worry about reading those details. There are people like me, right? If you're a reader, right? If you're someone who's a psychic, if you're someone who's intuitive, right? Don't worry about what it is that you're witnessing, right? Don't worry about it. Witness it. You're getting paid. You're getting paid. Witness it. But I know it sucks though. Without the cruelty of it all, right? This is where the balance starts coming in. The balance isn't in the cruelty. The balance is what happens after you overcome that cruelty. After you overcome that worldliness and those worldly desires, and you accept your meekness and your awkwardness, and you accept your I like that bite better. And you accept your like accountability of self, then you realize that you ground yourself in the light, and even the ground is light, and even the sky is light, and the sun is light, and the moon is light, and the stars are light, and you're light, and I'm light, and we're all light. And so that's why we also do the whole, when it comes to our privacy and hermit energy, you see, in this card specifically, especially, it shows it right there. It's like, this is just you inside yourself. This is just you looking at what you're going to be building. This is just you. You know, it's like when you're using your phone and you go up to a mirror and it has all those reverberations. That's what's happening. You're just vibrating off of everything that is. And so sometimes those energies, they're real disgusting. And there's a lot of artwork that can show you exactly what it is that they're doing, so that you may be aware of how to overcome those things. But once you overcome it, it'll be like, that's why the annoyance is like, that's why the irritation and the annoyance is like really what they are, like a bug. That's why the VPN and the antivirus stuff was coming up, is for you to recognize that whatever it is that you were utilizing your body for, let's say you have vaccines, or you were taking medicine, or you were a medicine person, or whatever it is that you're doing, or maybe you're eating good food or traveling around the world, whatever it is that you're doing, that's accommodating your passion. That's accommodating your true self. You see why individuality and uniqueness is so important? Because that's literally a gift. Now you're going to start understanding, collective, that these gifts are for you to understand your own uniqueness, for you to understand your own observancy of self, for you to have a true personality, so that when you come to God, when you come to Jesus Christ, when you go up to heaven, that you understand that, yes, you are part of him, but it is because you are part of him that you were able to also be, what'd you call it? Like, I don't know how to explain it, not separate, but it's because pressure. But what you call it? It's because you're a part of him that you're able to understand the order of your true self, because your true self is something that's unique to your own order, which is what that Saturn and synchronistic stuff is all about, right? That's what that articulate, like, understanding. I was about to drink some water, but I don't know, it's not here. That's what that articulative understanding of your own duty is, your holiness, right? Your light, your individuality. This will let you be exactly who you want to be and who you were letting yourself be. But it's who you choose to be that is so beautiful, okay? Who you choose to be is so beautiful because you're choosing God. That's really the truth. And this is, like I said, for the collective. Okay. So what else is here, Holy Spirit? What else is here? Yeah, you see? That's it. 10 of Swords. You see? This is how they were. This is what they felt from all of this information. And all we're doing is analyzing it, cleaning it up, learning the lesson, moving on. But it's like there are some people, right? There are some people who, like, there are people who come in from all walks of life, right? Coming to our energy, leaving our energy, leaving information with us, data and all that stuff. And then there are those who, like I said, in that energy of like, in that energy of like deception and secrecy, who just want to be a charity case and want other people to ignore real charity cases. That's really the reality. Devil in reverse. That's what it is. The lesson here, and I've been waiting to learn this lesson, and I love it. I love it. I've been waiting to learn this lesson because I just had to grow up for this lesson, is be aware of who you help and be aware of who you're manifesting to help. Okay? You are very powerful. You're a very powerful being. And for you to help others, there has to be people that require that help. So be aware of that. Be aware of manifesting people that you're choosing to help. You know what I mean? It's really weird. But yeah. We're moving on. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. See, I'm about to go watch you right now. Serious. You're literally premiering right now. See? I'm about to watch you right now. See that? That's love. That Five of Pentacles energy. Don't forget, there's love and culture in that. Okay?